The police report called it a welfare check. The neighbors called it that screaming. But the body cam footage didn't call it anything because the camera stopped recording exactly 8 seconds after the front door opened. The first frame was normal porch light, rain streaking down the lens, a white painted door with the numbers 14 screwed in crookedly. The second frame was wrong. The officer's flashlight landed on a hallway that looked too long for the size of the house. Walls painted the color of old milk. A carpet that swallowed light instead of reflecting it. And the air had that dry, paper-hot smell you only notice when something electrical is burning behind the walls. Then, right as the officer stepped inside, a sound hit the mic like a deep inhale right next to the camera. Not the officer, not his partner. Something else, steady and patient, as if the house itself had been waiting for company. 8 seconds later, static. 2 days before that footage, Maren Holt still had a life that could be explained. She was 28, a digital archivist for a small city museum in a quiet coastal town, where the biggest drama was usually about parking. She rented the house on Kersey Lane because it was cheap, private, and close to work. She told her sister on the phone it felt clean and blank, like a place where nothing bad had ever happened. She moved in with only what she needed. Bed, desk, a kettle, a few boxes of records she planned to organize for a side project. She was the kind of person who liked order, labels, dates, proof. The first week, she made jokes about the quirks. The hallway that seemed longer at night. The strange way sound traveled, as if the walls drank it and spat it back delayed. A door at the end of the corridor that didn't match the rest. Darker wood, older hardware, and a knob that was always colder than it should have been. You know what it loved, almost smothered, like it was coming through a wall from a different room. A woman's voice, close to tears, repeating the same sentence over and over in a calm, ruined tone. Don't open it. Don't open it. Don't open it. Maren's stomach dropped so fast she felt it in her throat. She hadn't said that. She lived alone. And then, the strip of paper on the hallway door visible at the edge of the frame fluttered once, like something brushed past it. That day at work, Maren didn't tell anyone about the voice. She pulled property records instead. Old permits, renovation files. Anything that explained the door, the hallway, the weird acoustics. She expected some history fire damage, illegal addition, a previous owner who got creative. But when she searched the address, she found a gap. There was no record of any renovations, no original blueprint file. As if the house had appeared without anyone signing off on its existence. Jonas noticed her hovering by the archive scanner, pale and distracted. He asked if she was okay. Maren hesitated, then told him something safer than the truth. I think there's a problem with my house, she said. Like, structurally. The layout doesn't make sense, Jonas snorted. Ghost house? Maren stared at him until the smile died on his face. Come by tonight, she said. Just for 10 minutes. Tell me it's normal. I need someone else to see it. Jonas didn't want to. She could tell. But he nodded anyway, the way people do when they think you are asking for help, and they don't want to be the reason something bad happens. At 10:41 p.m., his headlights swept across Kersey Lane and cut out in front of the white door with the crooked 40. Maren met him on the porch, trying too hard to seem calm. Rain made her hair stick to her cheeks. Inside, the house felt colder than outside, and Jonas said so immediately. "Your thermostat broken. It says 72, Maren replied. They walked the hallway. Jonas frowned at the length of it, then looked back toward the living room like he was measuring distance with his eyes. "This is weird," he admitted. "It's longer than it should be." Maren pointed to the dark wooden door at the end. "That's the one." Jonas stepped closer, his face tightening as if something in him recognized danger before his brain caught up. He reached for the knob, and the house made a sound. Not a creak, not settling. A low, wet click that came from everywhere at once. Like a tongue against teeth, Jonas froze, his hand hovering inches from the metal. Maren's phone buzzed in her pocket, a notification from her overnight camera app. Motion detected kitchen. They were not in the kitchen. They were standing at the end of the hallway, staring at a door neither of them had ever opened. Maren pulled out her phone with shaking fingers and tapped the alert. The camera feed loaded slowly, pixel by pixel, until the kitchen appeared on screen. Dark, still, empty. Then the kettle lifted. Not tipped, not nudged. Lifted clean off the counterbe, something that didn't show up on video. It hovered, perfectly steady. And in the reflection of its polished metal, Maren saw a figure standing behind her in the hallway. A woman, barefoot, smiling like she'd been waiting a long time. Maren spun around. There was nothing there. But Jonas's hand dropped to the doorknob, as if something had pulled him, and the cold metal turned under his fingers on its own. And from the other side of the door, a voice whispered, right against the wood. Jonas didn't remember letting go of the doorknob. One moment, his fingers were numb from the cold metal. The next, he was on the hallway floor, staring up at the ceiling like he'd been shoved backward by an invisible hand. Maren was screaming his name, her voice warped by the narrow walls, echoing too long, repeating itself half a second late like the house was mocking her panic. The door at the end of the hallway stood closed again, perfectly still, innocent. "What did you hear?" Maren demanded once Jonas could sit up. Her hands were shaking so badly she had to press them into her jacket pockets. Jonas swallowed. His mouth tasted like copper. "Someone was on the other side," he said. "Close, like breathing distance." Maren showed him the kettle footage. They watched it twice in silence, the hum of the phone speaker filling the room. Jonas leaned closer, squinting at the reflection, then pulled back sharply. "That wasn't you," he said. "The angle's wrong." They didn't say the word woman again, but it sat between them, heavy and undeniable. Jonas wanted to leave. Maren could see it in the way he kept glancing toward the front door, like an animal measuring escape routes. But something stopped him: curiosity, guilt, or the same pull that had kept Maren sleeping in this house night after night. They checked every room together: bedroom, bathroom, living room. No signs of anyone else. No hidden doors, no attic hatch. The house refused to explain itself until Maren showed him the archive records. She laid her laptop open on the kitchen table, rain tapping the window behind them. Property files, census scans, old city maps layered on top of modern streets. Jonas leaned over her shoulder, his expression tightening as the pattern became obvious. The house didn't exist before 1972. Not on any map, not in tax records, not in zoning permits. It's like someone forgot to add I-T, Jonas murmured. Or tried not to, Marin replied. They found one reference buried deep in a scanned newspaper reel from a neighboring town. A short article, half eaten by age and bad ink. No photo. No follow-up. Local woman still missing. The name made Marin's chest constrict. Evelyn Crow. Age 31. Last seen leaving work late. The address listed wasn't Kersey Lane. It was the street behind it. She vanished, Marin said quietly. And then a house appears. Jonas rubbed his face. That's not how reality works. Neither is my kettle flying. The temperature dropped again, sharp and sudden. The lights flickered once, twice. The hallway stretched longer in the corner of Marin's vision, the shadows deepening as if the walls were slowly inhaling. From the end of the corridor came a sound-soft, rhythmic footsteps, bare feet against carpet. Jonas backed toward the kitchen, his voice barely steady. We should go. Now. The footsteps stopped. Then the door creaked open, not the front door. The dark wooden one. A sliver of blackness spilled out, swallowing the hallway light. The smell followed old paper, dust, and something faintly sweet, like flowers left too long in water. Marin felt pressure behind her eyes, like a memory trying to force itself into her head. Images flickered, hands slamming against wood from the inside, a voice begging to be believed, the sound of a lock turning for the last time. Evelyn, she whispered without meaning to. The air shifted. The house responded. The door opened wider. Inside wasn't another room. It was a staircase going down. Down farther than the house should allow. Jonas grabbed Marin's arm. We're not doing this. But the stairs creaked anyway, one step at a time, as if someone unseen was already descending or climbing up. From the darkness below, the same calm, broken voice drifted upward. She told them. They didn't listen. Marin's phone buzzed again. Motion detected basement. The house didn't have a basement. And then the front door slammed shut on its own, locking them inside as the footsteps on the stairs began to climb. The footsteps reached the top of the stairs and stopped. Marin and Jonas stood frozen in the kitchen, the locked front door behind them. The hallway stretched into something impossibly long ahead. The dark wooden door remained open now, breathing cold air into the house like an open mouth. Whatever was on the stairs didn't rush. It didn't need to. It already had them. Jonas broke first. He lunged for the front door, slamming his shoulder into it once, twice. The wood didn't budge. The handle didn't rattle. It felt less like a door and more like a wall pretending. Marin, he said, voice cracking. This place isn't haunted. It's curated. The word hit her hard, because it fit. The house wasn't angry. It was organized. The voice came again, closer now, no longer muffled by distance. They built over me, it said softly. They kept what was useful. A figure stepped into the hallway light. The woman from the kettle reflection looked solid now, too solid to dismiss. Her clothes were outdated but clean. Her feet were bare, her skin pale but unmarked. Her eyes were the worst part alert, intelligent, and deeply tired, like someone who had been awake for decades. "You're Evelyn," Marin said. The woman nodded once. I was. Marin felt something click into place, a truth so ugly her stomach twisted. "You didn't disappear," she whispered. "You were hidden." Evelyn's smile trembled. "I trusted the wrong men. They worked for the city. They said the noise in the walls was dangerous, that I was imagining things." Her eyes flicked to the dark door behind her. When I didn't stop talking, they fixed the problem. The images came rushing backhands, wood, locks, darkness. Not a supernatural vision. A memory that had soaked into every beam and nail. "They built the house around you," Jonas said hoarsely. Evelyn nodded again. "They needed storage space, somewhere no one would look. The plans were altered, files removed, and when I was gone, the building went up fast." Marin understood now why the house felt blank. It wasn't empty, it was sealed. "Why us?" she asked. Evelyn's gaze softened, almost apologetic. "Because you listen, and because the house is full." The lights went out. In the darkness, the walls shifted. Not visibly, structurally. The air tightened, pressing in. Jonette screamed as the hallway shortened behind them, the kitchen shrinking, compressing like lungs exhaling for the last time. "No," Marin gasped. "You can't. I don't want you dead," Evelyn said, her voice suddenly everywhere. "I want out." The staircase groaned beneath unseen weight. The house wasn't opening anymore. It was rearranging. Jonas was dragged first, not by hands, but by space itself. The floor seemed to tilt, guiding him toward the dark doorway like gravity had changed its mind. He clawed at the carpet, nails tearing fabric, eyes locked on Marin. "I didn't listen," he screamed. "I should have listened." Then the hallway folded, and he was gone, swallowed without a sound. Marin stood alone. The house quieted, satisfied but incomplete. Evelyn stepped closer, her outline flickering like bad reception. "One more," she said gently. "Someone has to stay. That's the rule." Marin's heart hammered. "You don't need me. You need proof." She yanked her phone from her pocket, thrusting it toward Evelyn. "I recorded everything, the footage, the files, your name. I can make them see you." For the first time, Evelyn hesitated. The house groaned, displeased. Marin didn't wait. She ran not toward the hallway, but straight at the front door. She slammed her body into it again and again, screaming, sobbing, refusing to stop. Something cracked. Not the door. The house. The pressure snapped, the lights flared, and the front door burst open, dumping Marin onto the wet porch. She didn't look back. She ran until her lungs burned and her legs failed. They demolished the house 3 weeks later. The city called it a safety risk. Jonas was never found. But the footage Marin released went viral. Blueprints that didn't match. Recordings of a voice that shouldn't exist, a kettle lifting on its own. The officials denied everything. The files vanished again. The story faded, except for one detail no one could explain. After the demolition, workers reported a door standing alone in the empty lot, dark wood, old hardware, colder than the air around it. And every night at exactly 312 a.m., someone knocks from the inside.